up, Whiskey fam? Whiskey Happens back again, and this time we're talking Blantons. Or rather, not Blantons. We've come up with a list of 5 bourbons we think you should try instead of Blantons that are more so readily available, all around a $50 price point. But before we get into that, Travis, what do we need to do?
Oh, I'm pouring, but hit that subscribe, hit that like, and comment. We love hearing from you guys. We want to know what you guys think, so leave a comment below, and we will gladly get back to you.
Huh.
But yeah, if you like our intro or outro music, also hit up our boy host Sway. He actually helped us out with that. He does amazing work. So if that's something you like, check that out. You can see it in the comments below of where we got our intro and outro music. But yeah, let's kick this off, Gary, because this one to me is something that I love doing because Blantons is one of those. People always say it's a staple. I believe it is a staple. Like people, you fool yourself if you say it's not a staple. Everyone wants at least one bottle of Blantons. It's just one of those things. It's iconic. It's good bourbon. Like it's not bad bourbon at all. I think, a lot of the hype is just actually having a bottle, which I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think everyone should own a bottle of Blantons or have a bottle if you are a bourbon or whiskey drinker.
I think that's actually a good question. Is it that good? Because I think more times than not, you see someone who finally got their hands on a Blantons and it doesn't live up to the hype. In their mind, however they glorified it, or whether the juice is really that good. It's single barrel, so it can also depend on that barrel.
It can.
There's no real way to judge the world's opinion on this.
Yep.
However, it's a cool looking bottle.
Yep.
As you see in display in my background, it's fine. We have them. People buy them. People will continue to buy them. There's no stopping that.
Yes.
However, we want to help you find other things that are more so readily available. I've said this many times in the videos. We all act like we're not going to buy Blantons when we see it, but we do.
Especially at MSRP. We're going to buy it. I don't care who you are. I'd be very surprised if most people would pass it up. But like Gary was saying, it's one of those things that there are other bottles out there, and we're going to do 5 that we feel are more obtainable and really are just better. From our opinion, they're better, and you should have this on your shelf, in our opinion. That's our opinion.
So that being said, let's get into the first one, which should come as no surprise.
Nope.
We're talking John J. Bowman from A. Smith Bowman. It is delicious. We all know it is a distant cousin of Buffalo Trace. It's, oh God, am I messing this part up? Triple distilled? Nope, it's distilled at Buffalo Trace and triple distilled once it gets here to Virginia.
Yes.
Got through that. 100 proof, single barrel. It's great shit.
It is.
Just no other way to say it. So if you have that in your area, John J. Bowman, it's worth it. Again, all these are at the $50 price point.
Yes.
I discovered this about 2 years ago now, and I've been in love with it ever since.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's definitely, first time I had it was when Gary bought me some last year around Christmas time. He brought me a bottle of it, and it's phenomenal. It's great. It's one of those things that you can find on pretty much any shelf. I can go into any liquor store and I can pretty much find John J. And so for being in Texas, that's always a good thing. For me, the next bottle that I would say around is Michter's Small Batch. So, me, I'm a Michter's fanboy. I love Michter's. It's just been one of my go-tos. It's my favorite thing to go to. It's not super high proof, but it comes in my opinion, around 91, 91, 92. But yeah, so Michter's, that's my jam. And so for me, coming in around $50, it's just great juice. I really enjoy it. Gary, what's the next one on your list?
Uncle Nearest, 1856. The Nearest distillery is doing something unique in I honestly do not buy it that often because I just go through it. I was telling Travis this just yesterday. I have a drinking problem when it comes to that bottle. 100 proof deliciousness. I mean, all the characteristics of a fresh baked apple pie, a little light leather. I know that might not sound appealing, but and then like a smooth, smoky finish. Like I love it. I believe it was earlier last year that I first heard the story of Nearest Green. Since then, I've been a fan. I was able to pick up most bottles except for the 1920. I haven't tried that, and I see where they kind of maybe have reinvented it, revamped it, rebranded it, and you can only get it at the distillery now. So hopefully one day next year, I'll go down to Tennessee and pick up that bottle as well. Yep. But again, $50 price point, give or take $1 in either direction. And it's on most every single liquor store I've been to.
Yeah. I would say the same here in Texas. Yep.
Yeah. Yep. So Travis, what's your next one?
It's no surprise either, I don't think. But this company has been, really putting out some good juice recently, and that is New Riff. I would say you wouldn't go wrong with any of their bottles. I've got a couple of single barrels. I've got a rye. All of them are phenomenal, but I'm going to go with this comparison. I would say the single barrel. So the single barrel that I've got is the one that I got from you, but I also have another single barrel that came from the House of Blues, slightly different tasting notes, but same price point, right around $50. Really can't go wrong with it. It's what I'm drinking on right now. It is really, really good juice. The flavor profiles, which I love, they put on the side of the bottle. I think that's super neat. It kind of gives people who are maybe novice or even non-novice drinkers of bourbon a kind of guideline on what you want. So like you go in and you see that and you'd be like, oh, well, maybe I want this one. No, I don't like those flavors. I'm going to skip it and go to try a different one. I think that's kind of neat. The one I'm sipping on is finishes off real chocolatey, but starts off with like dark fruits. Got a lot of vanilla, caramel. It's really good stuff. And I know, Gary, you love the New Riff as well.
One of my favorite finds of 2021 for sure. And man, oh man, best decision of 2021 to start this year. I believe it was either Christmas or right after Christmas. I took a trip to a local liquor store and purchased a bottle. And then I went back, I think a week later, and got another bottle. So yeah, no regrets. Love New Riff.
That's it. All right. What's the last one?
This last bottle is kind of hit or miss. So hear me out. It's readily available in the aspect of it might not be at the liquor store around the corner, but I don't have to drive to too many liquor stores to find it. Okay. As well as in DC, it's definitely on the shelves. Yeah. Talking about Woodford Reserve's Double Oak.
I don't disagree with you. It's phenomenal.
Again, at the price point that it is, it's great stuff. I first had it with you when we were in Austin. Tony Sleeves ordered it, and I was like, hey, what's that? And I tried some of his, and then I ordered mine, and it's been a thing ever since. It was just love at first taste, sip, whatever you want to call it. Great stuff. Again, same price point. Yeah. So of these 5 things, the Michter's might be the most expensive, give or take your city. However, all of these are still coming in cheaper than Blanton's $50 MSRP. I'm sorry, $60 MSRP, which you have maybe never seen it sold that cheap before.
Well, and the other thing too is, if you think about it, these are things that also that when you go to bars are probably on the shelf. Like a lot of them, maybe not a New Riff. New Riff's getting I haven't really seen a whole lot of New Riffs. I go to a whiskey bar, of course, it's there, but if you go Woodford Double Oaked is usually on most bars. Michter's is usually on most bars. So
Uncle Nearest a lot more now.
Yep, and then the same with John Jay. John Jay's on a lot of bars. You're going to get those for a better price than if someone goes, "Hey, I've got Blantons. Do you want to drink that when you're at a bar?" Like they're going to charge an arm and a leg for it. So like that's another reason to think outside the box when it comes to Blantons is really like when you're out and about, you can find other ones that are better that you can actually drink while you're out at a bar.
Yeah, I agree with that. And if you're at bars, don't be afraid to ask your bartender, do you guys carry this? Will you carry it? Yeah. That's how those conversations are what lead to them making the change. They may not be aware that there's a market for John J. Bowman, but if 100 people come in and ask, they're going to buy a case or a bottle, however they allocate things to bars wherever you live. So don't be afraid to chart up bartenders. Don't be like the person that's like, I want to speak to a manager. I need this, but conversate.
Yeah, definitely. So I think that'll do it, Gare.
Yeah, so that's our 5 alternatives to Blanton's bourbon. Hopefully you like them. Let us know in the comments if you went out and tried them or if you're already a fan of these things. Let us know down below. Until then, it doesn't matter if you like it neat, on the rocks, or in a fucking Coke. Whiskey happens.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.